We've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of coaching terms and conditions over the past almost 10 years now of helping over 3,500 businesses. We find a lot of coaches need to make sure that they protect themselves and their businesses by fully disclaiming and laying out the terms and conditions they have for their coaching programs, use of gated content, etc., making sure they understand if they're engaging in groups, how they are to behave, and those sort of guidelines, what they are responsible for, but more importantly, what they're not responsible for, and laying them out in really clear, unambiguous language, and making sure that their customers and consumers who might be from all around the world, you don't know who sometimes these people are, and making sure that all these I's are dotted and T's crossed, and making sure that there aren't any holes or wiggle room for people to try and get out of things. And you can almost guarantee, of course, that if there's a way someone can try and get out of a contract, they will, if they don't want to be there. If they've suffered loss or damage as a result of whatever they've done after receiving the information from you, just making sure that that's all tied up and that you're not responsible for that loss. So trying to push over as much of the legal liability as possible onto the consumers, which you're not able to do unless you do this in writing with the consumers, which are, as I've mentioned previously in other videos, are protected species. When it comes before a court, tenants are a protected species, children are a protected species, consumers are a protected species, and vulnerable, all for good reasons, generally at law and for humanity. But what we've got to realise as a business is we've got the obligation. The buck stops with us. We have to make sure that we've got all of our terms and conditions, freely available, black and white, nothing that can be construed as being not right or contradictory in your terms, and that everything's in clear, plain English language, very easy to understand, and just so that all those things are kind of ticked over, so that you don't need to explain yourself. If there's a complaint, or if there is a complaint, that you can point to your terms and conditions very clearly and say, look, this is very clear in our terms. We're not responsible for that. And making sure that all those things are done. On this page, there'll be a lot more information about what to put in what we put in those terms and conditions. And obviously, we've done a lot of them now, so we know what we're doing with all the terms. And it's too much to go into on a video, but just making sure there's a lot of these main big ticket items that are likely to rub or cause friction through their stuff. We've had to go through that a lot with our clients, and making sure we're working from really strong documents to make sure that your business and you are protected. Feel free to reach out and ask us for a quote.